What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. Hope all of you have had a good day so far. Me myself, it's been completely fine. Okay, let's get into it. Before I do, guys, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, and all that. You know the game. Now let's get into it. I don't wanna waste a lot of time, and I don't want to keep this stream very long since engagement has been low. So just gonna go straight to the thing, keep it short, and I'll be out, hopefully. All right, so yesterday I did tell you guys that just a small summary, okay? Just a small summary. Yesterday I did tell you guys that things were not looking good on the weekly. Now, even though, these Western indicators mostly are lagging indicators, doesn't matter if it's the moving averages, doesn't matter if it's the oscillators. I did tell you guys that we kind of tapped resistance like all the way here. We do have some space. We could wick up, like I don't know, I'm not sure, but at the moment looks like pressure is to the downside, and I did tell you that yesterday. So since yesterday we've just been consolidating. Really, it's still going on. Excuse me, guys, I'm a bit like I caught the cold again, but I'm here nevertheless. So it's still kind of going down, not much going down, consolidating at the moment. Okay, oscillator still positive and so on and so forth. Like, I'm not gonna get into the weekly. If you want to know more, just watch the stream from yesterday. Let's focus on the daily because that's where things are happening at the moment. Negative momentum on the oscillators. We got MACD that is bearish. Like, look guys, we're still above this 22.5, but we actually closed a bit. Like, if we want to be flexible, this is acceptable, okay? But we did close below $22,800 on the daily, okay, prior daily candle. Looking at this in general, pressure is still to the downside. I do not see anything saying otherwise. Now, what's important is gonna be this area, 22.3, just the bottom of this box, 22,261 if you want to be a bit more precise, going to hold. Now we do have some nice divergence that is going on. I've been talking about this a while, but that divergence that we had, that I told you about, if we close below 22.8, it could become invalid. It is already invalid now, okay? But we do have another divergence that could play out. Then again, if we see any close below 20,700-ish, it's gonna become invalid, okay? Let's just say between 21,000 to 20,700-ish, it's gonna become invalid, okay? That is the next nice divergence that I see. So, important thing for the daily, if we pull back all the way to around 22,300-ish, is it gonna hold? And if it doesn't, I'm letting you know now, we could pull back all the way to around 21,800-ish. Now, if we see any daily candle close below 21,800-ish, most likely that we will pull back all the way to these levels, okay? Now, I'm telling you now, just like I told you yesterday, like things are not looking that good. I want to be ahead of the competition, whoever the competition may be, okay? I just want to be ahead of the game. I'm not going to come here and tell you that it's going down when it starts to go down. Like, people who are panicking at the moment could be because they foamed in at these levels, or maybe they were watching people talking about oh, it's bullish, it's this and that on the weekly time frame. Monthly, I'm not gonna change. I'm still gonna tell you, so far monthly did close with a bullish engulfing candle, but since we take it level by level and we're not gonna just, wait for the monthly to do something, we're taking it level by level in this channel. So I have to let you know when, things on the weekly, on the shorter time frames compared to the monthly. Weekly is a bit more shorter, right? So I'm gonna come out and tell you guys, this is happening at the moment, so be aware. Then whatever you want to do with that, it's up to you. Not financial advice. I'm just, coming here and telling you my unbiased opinion, like not even opinions, unbiased TA simply. So that's it. Like people were comparing, the golden cross to the weekly death cross. But hey, there are more signs telling us that pressure is to the downside. Like literally, doesn't matter on the daily, doesn't matter on the weekly. And yes, lagging indicators, moving averages, but it's clear. We could see it, okay? I did tell you also, guys, yesterday that we did have, I kind of forgot to let you know, about the support, but that was yesterday. I've been talking about the support area for God knows how long, okay? But I did tell you about the resistance that we had ahead of us. If, like, because it looked like it wanted to pull back, because I think I streamed around these levels, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't remember, but maybe somewhere here. Anyway, I did tell you about the resistance that we had at this level, okay? And if we would have broken out, seen any 4-hourly candle close above this area, we could have come back to test, these levels most likely, but that didn't happen, okay? 4-hourly oscillators, negative, MACD, bearish, just like the daily pretty much, okay? Like not much new to talk about really, okay? So I'm just gonna leave it there, I guess. I don't see any need of just repeating what I've said yesterday and a few weeks now. The only thing you should probably just not forget it is at the moment, unless February turns out to be a month for the bears. Prior monthly candle did close with a bullish, strong candle. Simple. Weekly not looking that good at the moment. Daily also, like any close below this level, it's just gonna be more confirmed that pressure is to the downside, okay? Like this area, 22,300-ish levels. 4-hourly, higher 4-hourly candle close also, pretty much in favor of the bears more than anything else. We're like trying to hold on to this moving average, the midterm, trying to use it as support. But look, guys, I'm looking at the weekly and I'm like, okay, might be one of those weeks, consolidation. We'll see what happens. Consolidation slash a little bit of downside, like very possible. Just hold on, guys. Just gotta sneeze. Hold on. All right, okay, so that's Bitcoin pretty much. The levels to the downside, the resistance levels ahead of us. And if you want to know more about the weekly, just have a look at the stream from yesterday. Simple. All right, let's move on, shall we? Ethereum. And for those who are interested, hold on. Yesterday we had a look at Cardano's and DYX. That's the dollar index, not DYDX. Uni, Aleph, and I think a few more, but I kept it short since engagement was low. Like, it's me and what, like a few people watching, so just gonna keep it short today as well. Like I said, it's not that motivating like to come on daily, except when I had guests over this weekend. But yeah, like I could do other things instead of just doing this on my own. I mean, live. I could do it on my own pretty much. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum and then we will move on. Ethereum looks like pressure is to the downside as well. If you want to know more about the weekly, just have a look at yesterday's stream too. Like, not gonna get into it. We do have some nice divergence that is developing on well, the type B divergence. Okay, it's developing on Ethereum's chart at the moment. I don't see anything that is super like interesting. I hope you guys have been watching the streams, not FOMOing in around resistance, because if you did, like, you really have no one else to blame but yourselves. Call it like whatever you like, but you really have nobody else to blame except yourselves if you've been going in at resistance when I've been talking on and on about this level, being some type of obstacle before, us heading further upwards. So, negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI is still hanging on, okay? If we see any close below this blue line, I've been repeating this over and over, we could pull back all the way to, loss of $1,500, around 1,510 and so on. Now, on the daily, okay, any daily candle close below this level is most likely, to take us a bit more further down to at least 1,470-ish, 1,450-ish, around these areas, okay, very possible. We also have a golden cross on the daily, but weekly, I told you guys yesterday there was a fight between the bulls and the bears. It was looking a bit more like it was holding on better than Bitcoin, but then again, it was just looking like that because I wasn't seeing clear signs who had the ball in the court compared to Bitcoin. When I saw that, okay, like, looks like bears are stepping in. Ethereum was a bit different, but you guys can just watch the stream from yesterday and stay updated. Now, okay, it seems like we have something going on Ethereum. Let me just draw it for you, or let me just draw it for myself and see if it makes any sense. Try to make sense of this. We should choose another chart. Otherwise, too many drawings in one. Yeah, seems to be what I think it is. Let me just show you. Okay, there you go. So we do have some type of channel. It is following on the 4-hourly chart at the moment, plus the nice divergence. But problem is, 4-hourly candle also closed pretty much in favor of the bears, guys. Like, I'm just pinpointing. This doesn't mean, okay, bull flag, it's gonna pop out and so on. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you a good example where it happens. I was looking at something else, one of the altcoins. Not that I wanna discuss that right now, but I'm gonna get back to metal. But this is an educational channel, so I'm just gonna show you what I mean. Hold on. Like it was just beautiful. I was having a look at it earlier on my own, and it was just beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I think this is the name of the altcoin. We are gonna come back to Ethereum, guys. So just want to show you this so you guys understand that bull flags sometimes they get respected, sometimes not. It's just like 60-40 really. Okay, so just because you see it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. You gotta consider every other thing. So I was looking at this one earlier today. Oh, not this one, sorry. This one, STG. So look, this was drawn on the 4-hourly time frame, okay? And I was looking at it and it kind of broke out. Problem is we are at resistance. I'm not telling people, okay, it broke out, you know, it's to the upside. What I love is it broke out and it's trying to retest this as support at the moment, okay? So now you know what I mean. Sometimes they play out, sometimes they don't. I don't have any example at the moment where I can show you when it doesn't play out. But if you guys have been watching the streams now and then you know about it pretty much, okay? By the way, STG, for those interested, like I'm looking at major resistance around these levels. Hold on. And right now, right here, actually, we are already at resistance. I'm gonna get on to Ethereum. Just wanna let you know what's going on with this one. Turn it to blue. You know, blue boxes are for the resistance levels, okay? And this is on the 4-hourly, not daily resistance that I'm looking at, 4-hourly, okay? So resistance. So, in other words, if we see any 4-hourly candle close above this level, I expect us to come, you know, somewhere around these areas, okay? 0.88-ish to 0.94-ish possible for STG. Now back to Ethereum. I didn't want to talk about this one. There's no need. It wasn't in my plans. I just wanted to show you how bull flags can play out, okay? And if this doesn't break to the downside, like this acts as support, and we break above, like it's chances are higher that we're gonna come back to these levels, and then you know we see some type of a breakout to the upside, okay? Pretty much. So let's move on with Ethereum. So I'm seeing this at the moment, just so you guys are aware. If this happens, very likely that, look, just gonna do this so you guys can see what I mean. Hold on. $1,750, right? Okay, let's see now. Around 1,750-ish. Like somewhere around these levels, like if it plays out. But even though this moving average, midterm moving average, is trying to hold as some type of support at the moment, and we do have some nice divergence developing. Also on the RSI, type B divergence. RSI is kind of weak, guys. Daily is not looking that nice either. Like we do have support all the way to until, you know, from 1,585-ish all the way here. We got our first support that doesn't hold. See a bit lower. We can have a look at the hourly, see if there's any development that's interesting. Okay, hourly, we do have another support area. Let me just draw it for you. Right here, okay? I mean, I can draw it anywhere, right? But there's a reason I'm drawing it here. Not gonna get into it, but right here, you have your first hourly support. Any close below this level, 1,595 on the hourly. Uh, most probable thing that could happen is that we pull back all the way to these levels. Okay, so one doesn't maybe have to wait for the 4-hourly to see any confirmations. It could be enough with the hourly closing below this area and seeing some type of a follow through. Okay, not just a close and then next candle, but the next candle kind of follows through with that action as well. So there you go, that was that. Nice divergence on the hourly as well, on one of the oscillators, not both, but one of the oscillators at the moment. Or let me see, actually both oscillators, we have some nice divergence going on. Okay, so I wouldn't be that surprised if it tries to pull back, but we have resistance. Look, we have some resistance here, the first one on the hourly, you see it right there. Second one is all the way around 1,600 and let me just draw it for you. Right here, your hourly resistance. Simple, we're good, we're done, we can move on. It's so typical that I'm looking at how many people are watching at the moment. It's so typical that when things start going down, this is what I've realized. Now I'm a new streamer. I haven't been streaming that long, just a few months. But every time things are a bit boring in the market, people tend to just disappear, or maybe they like to watch those who are hyping them up and telling them, oh, Bitcoin is gonna go straight up and Bitcoin is this, and I'm not gonna be doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty like not so motivating, to see that. I know for a fact like that people are learning from these streams and having some value, because look at the streams on your own. TA does get respected mostly, but I have to keep on coming and tell you guys, smash that like, subscribe, share, and so on and so forth. And still people just watch, take whatever they like, and then they just like, wow. So I'm gonna keep this stream pretty short. We've had a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. We can have a look at BNB, third world's largest crypto according to coin market cap, right? I don't know if you guys agree, but it is what it is. Okay, let's have a look. I did tell you guys that this was, what, 5 days ago, something like that, maybe a bit earlier. I did tell you guys about this resistance around $334. Okay, we wicked all the way to 338, but I don't care. We didn't see any close above $334 on the daily, hence why not care that it wicked up a little bit. I hope people were not, FOMOing in at the top as usual. Daily, we do have some positive momentum on the oscillator still, even though it's weak. RSI is okay-ish. Cannot say anything, bad about that. Like, there's not much. Prior daily candle close, so and so. Simple. Okay, 4-hourly is a bit slightly different. Okay. We do have some nice divergence on the 4-hourly time frame at the moment. Like, any close below $321 is like 4-hourly candle close below $321, and that nice divergence that we are seeing is gonna become invalid, like, most likely. Okay, but we are at support at the moment. tapping support. So all the way between 323 to 316, we got some type of support. What I like to see is, okay, if we wick down, but not if 4-hourly candle close below 321. Get it? Okay. But pressure on the 4-hourly at the moment, looking at the Easterns, is also to the downside. Like prior 4-hourly candle closed pretty much bearish. We can't call this, bullish, right? This ascending triangle that we had failed completely. Okay, it's good to pinpoint them when you see them, but it completely failed. Look, no close above this resistance, broke down, kind of tested it as close, very close as resistance, and then we're still continuing. So this we can remove. There's no need for this one. I'm just gonna hide it in case we need to go back at it next time. So we are around support for Ali. That is what you should know. All the way to this level, we got support. Any close below this area, $316. Next support is a bit lower on the 4-hourly. Like we could go all the way to around 313-ish to 306. Wouldn't be that surprising. Okay, BNB. Hourly, let's have a look. Hourly looks like bulls kind of fighting the bears at the moment. We are kind of at support on the hourly. Is there any nice divergence that could confirm that there is a fight going on maybe? No, not yet, not quite yet. Okay, so we could still, keep on consolidating pretty much, not much going on. We do have resistance for BNB around on the hourly. First one is around $327, okay? And second one is all the way around this levels right here. $330 to $333-ish on the hourly resistance. I keep on writing it for you guys so you guys do know for which time frame, because for some reason, when I talk about the weekly, people think it's gonna happen that fast. When I talk about the hourly, they think it's gonna happen within 10 minutes. It's like I've discussed this many times on stream, many times, so I'm not gonna go through it again. But here is your first resistance on the 4-hourly. Okay, not first, actually it's the second, because we do have another one before that one. Second resistance. There you go. And first one, just gonna draw a line, not gonna draw a box there. There you go. Okay, first one here and second one right here. Simple. BNB. And yeah, 4-hourly major resistance, not gonna draw it, but just want you to know it's between 335 to 338-ish dollars. Simple. Okay, any close above that level on a 4-hourly time frame, 4-hourly candle close above that area, guess what? We are gonna go a bit higher to at least 350-ish, 360-ish for a start. Any close above that level, see eventually around, let's just say, between 350 to 370 next resistance. Simple. I'm letting you know now. After that, it's good times because we can come all the way to these areas. Okay, that's BNB. So far we've had a look at Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Just want to see if Bitcoin, showing signs of weakness from the bears. Let me see. On the hourly, nothing yet, guys. Nothing yet. Nope. Got this resistance around 22,900-ish or 920. If we can, get above that one, at least on the hourly, we could come back and retest this level, but I don't see anything special going on at the moment. Just keeping an eye because we do have this nice divergence on the hourly, on both oscillators on top of that. But yeah, since we consider everything, I don't see it very strong at the moment, but we could, pull up a bit to at least 22,900-ish, 22,920-ish. We'll see what happens after that. All right, let's move on. Okay, Cardano first or ALTCOINS first? Which one first? Which one? Maybe ALTCOINS? So this one was one of those that also got respected to the T. Now, look, guys, I'm not, being arrogant because I'm not the one who like created technical analysis. I'm just letting you know TA has been respected to the T, and it's not always, it doesn't always happen, even though TA could be correct. It doesn't always happen, but this one got respected. I did tell you guys, if you see any close on the daily below 15 point, just this mini blue line that you see, 15.5-ish, 15.58, excuse me, most likely thing to happen is that we pull back all the way to around 13.4, all the way to 12.2-ish dollars. Like I did tell you guys, and on top of that, before that even happens, for those who wondered, if one should wait till that happens or not, the moment we lost this support right here, this one, I kind of told you, look, I had my alerts ready and so on and so forth. It was kind of, time to say goodbye. Before that one, there was another sign telling you also like it could be done with. We came to resistance levels. We kind of, went up a little bit, but then it's look at this red line right here. This is resistance. If you follow this white dashed line, it points at 18.8. You see this? 18.83, 18.82. Okay, this red line right here. We couldn't get above it. We saw patterns telling us it's pretty much exhausted, like bulls were exhausted, okay? And then we pulled back down. And the moment I saw a close below this area, it was kind of confirmed that, okay, we could, continue with this consolidation or pullback, okay, downside action. Now, right where I have my alert, as you guys can see, we are being rejected at the moment. It is this old, support level, bottom of the box. Now, if we get above it, on the 4-hourly, we could, come and retest. Let me show you this level right here. There is so many drawings on Aptos. I kind of have to remove some things, but anyway, this is the resistance that I'm looking at. At least at the moment, okay. If we can get above 15.83. on the 4-hourly, see any 4-hourly candle close below that one, above that one, see eventually around 16.4 to 17.2, okay? So right where I have my alert, we got resistance. Any close above that one could take us a bit higher. Simple. Daily, there is some nice divergence developing. Besides, for those who've been watching the stream, I don't know, on the 29th, 24th and so on, when I drew this line, I did tell you guys, like, as long as we are above this level, okay, fine, things can happen. But If our RSI was to break below this area, I did tell you guys, watch out. So I hope to God that people have not been FOMOing in at these levels at resistance. Now, okay, fine. If you see any, daily candle close above 20.3, and I'm being conservative, then see around, 22.5 to $24, very possible. But I'm not gonna discuss, $30 and whatnot and this and that, and I'm just giving examples. If certain levels are not respected, simple. So there's some nice divergence on ALTCOINS. If we see any, like this nice divergence could keep on playing out, like it's gonna become invalid, guys. Look, if we see any close, like first nice divergence is gonna become invalid if we see any close below $12, then forget about it, okay? And then we have some other, nice divergences still, but that is the first, confirmation that, we could continue a bit lower, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. I've already discussed resistance. Support on the 4-hourly, we got support around 14.3, but you guys already know about that too if you've been watching the streams recently. This old resistance right here is turning into new support at the moment, okay? We have some nice divergence also on the 4-hourly time frame. That is good, that's not bad. But MACD is bearish, guys. Even on the daily, I forgot to show you, but MACD is also bearish. So yeah, like bears were getting exhausted, then they stepped in again. I want to see a close above this level on a 4-hourly time frame. Okay, even hourly could work, and then we could, come to these levels. And then, of course, any 4-hourly candle close above this level. Let me just do this so you guys are aware. Then see eventually around this level, okay? 18.2 to 18.7. Simple. I think we're done. Not gonna get into it that much. Enough information. Okay, just one more thing, hourly. Okay, good. Hourly is closing in 37 minutes. Okay, fine. So if you can see an hourly candle close above this level, it could push it to this area right here. Okay, simple. And this level is around 15.4. So any hourly candle close above 15.4-ish, 15.4-ish. See eventually around this next resistance, and then the next one, and so on and so forth. Are we good? We're good. We're set. Because on the hourly, I do see that there's some type of exhaustion, from the bears, but the real question is actually, the important question is, can we break this resistance right here? If not, it's just gonna be going sideways until something happens, okay? Maybe downside, sideways. That's what I'm expecting at least. All right, let's move on to Cardano. Cardano, the one I was telling you, was not looking that good because resistance got tapped and so on and so forth. So this resistance, we're not able to break above it. Hold on. The line was kind of crooked. I have to adjust. And we also had this rising wedge, you know, in play. So what happened? Prior daily candle closed pretty much in favor of the bears more than anything else. We do have support all the way here, guys. It's I guess it's okay still. Like it's not been doing much. We do have some nice divergence too. Unless we see any daily candle close below 0.3714, then that, you know, nice divergence is gonna be invalid, but there is some nice divergence in play. But looks like pressure to the downside, at least to these levels for at the moment, okay? Because yeah, prior daily candle close, negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI is not in bullish territories anymore, okay? Yeah, I mean, we spoke about this in time. So there's really no need to repeat everything I said. Now on the 4-hourly, we do have some nice divergence. Also, okay, this I love. Okay, so nice divergence on the daily, nice divergence on the 4-hourly. Cool. Now let me just see if what I think I see something interesting, but let's see. Hold on. I think I see an important support. I could be wrong. Let's see now. By the way, guys, if you are loving this, Monday night stream, at least here, okay, it's not even Monday anymore, it's Tuesday because it's 02:26 a.m. Please do smash that like, subscribe, share, and so on and so forth. You know, engagement keeps the stream alive, literally. Okay, so yeah, there is some type of support around these levels, guys. There you go. So this is not bad, I guess. It's holding here. And the nice divergences that we see. Just that I don't like that the daily prior daily candle closed like pretty much, you know, bearish. For hourly prior 4-hourly candle close also pretty much bearish. But the good thing is we are at support. Okay, we are at support. So we'll see what happens if we break below this level. Eventually around 0.36 ish areas, right? Now, if that doesn't hold, if 0.366 doesn't hold, you know, the next support is around these levels, okay, 0.3550 to 0.3454. Doesn't mean if I think it's ridiculous, because it's not it's a slight difference, okay, between the ranges, but doesn't matter what I think. I'm just giving you TA. So yeah, that's Cardano. Resistance to the top side on the 4-hourly. First one is around 0.39. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Or maybe no need to draw. But anyways, maybe I should draw it just in case. First one right here. Cool. And the second one is all the way up here, guys. So any 4-hourly candle close above this level, 0.3940, see eventually around, you know, 0.4031 to like 0.4137. Like if we get rejected at this level, the bottom of this profit taking or resistance box, we're gonna have difficulties, you know, to get above the box, like to the top of the box. Okay, I do draw them in a specific way for a reason. It's not just because, you know, I just see something and I draw it like this. The bottoms and the tops are important, you know, levels. Okay, so yeah, that's Cardano pretty much. And we are done with Cardano as well. Okay, next. Just gonna have a sip of water, guys, and then we can go ahead and look at DYDX and Fetch AI. I think it's FET. So yeah, just gonna have a sip of water. Hold on. Okay, so DYDX next. Really awesomeness. Okay, so pressure is also to the downside when it comes to DYDX at the moment. We are, around look, any, I repeat, any daily candle close below 2.85 is gonna pull us a bit lower, okay? A bit lower. We do have support around old resistance, the bottom of this box around 2.5-ish levels. But I said this was awesome because TA got like respected. We came like all the way to 3.665. My resistance area was around 3.9. Like one should, also do their own TA now. If we see any close above 3.665, we could, go higher to these levels, very possible. But at the moment, it's excuse me, hold on. It's still, holding on. Not much going on really. We pulled back, pressure is to the downside on the daily, like yeah, if we pull back all the way to around 2.5, I really wouldn't be surprised for DYDX. Now, if that doesn't hold, if 2.25 doesn't hold, look, I want to remove this, but at the same time, let's see now, because everything has played out. Okay, I can remove it. Let me just hide it. Hide, because I need to draw some support levels for you guys daily. So any close below this level, this is your daily support, the first one at least, okay? Cool. Any close below this area right here could take us all the way to at least 1.9-ish. Okay, if that doesn't hold, let me just mark it a little bit. Hold on. If this level doesn't hold, then we go lower. Then see eventually around 1.5 to 1.3. Okay. On the 4-hourly time frame, we do have support around these levels still. That 2.3-ish area is support 2.3 to 2.5. We do have support. Any close below that level could pull us a bit lower as well, at least to the loss of $2. And if loss of $2 doesn't hold, just like there's so many drawings here. Like I need to redo everything here. Too many drawings. But if loss of $2 doesn't hold, see eventually around that 1.7 to 1.5-ish. Okay. If we close a 4-hourly candle below $2, simple. On the 4-hourly, there is some nice divergence, like daily, can't say that. There's only some nice divergence on one of the oscillators, okay, not both. And that nice divergence on the daily is going to become invalid if you see any close below $2.2, then forget about it, okay, it's invalid. But on the 4-hourly, we do have some nice divergence at the moment. It's only going to become invalid if we see also a close below $2.2. What a coincidence. Looks like we're kind of holding this old resistance as support, between 2.9 to 2.7 at the moment. Any close below 2.7, most likely to push this a bit more further down. Now, when it comes to resistance on the 4-hourly, we do have resistance around these levels. There you go. That's your first one. And second one is right here. We can move on now because we've already, went through the support and we've also gone through the resistance. Now, one can do this. Let me just show you. Hold on. And it's respecting the channel so far. We'll see what happens, but just so you are aware. Okay, so for hourly, nice divergence. Hourly, let's have a look. Look how it kind of bounced off the heart line just a while ago, and kind of trying to hold above this level. Like you zoom in a bit more and you see that support levels are, well, old resistance is kind of being respected at the moment, okay, as support. Okay, the signs of exhaustion on the hourly, at least for the YDX. But hourly, we do have resistance around, like if you see a close above 2.985, it could take us, to somewhere between these levels. I'm gonna draw it, then I'm gonna remove it because too many drawings right now. Okay, somewhere around these levels. That is if we see an hourly candle close above 2.985, 2.988, fine, then we can, come and retest these areas. Okay, any close above this level is gonna help us, reach that 4 hourly resistance on the top of the box around this level, or this red dashed line, whichever you want to have a look at. Okay, so removing this, and we're done with DYDX. So fetch was next. Guys, are you awake? Are you still alive? Show me signs. Like, it's quiet, like I can almost hear, the crickets. Almost. Yo, Sinner, welcome to the show. Glad you made it. Yo, back to you. And guys, like, it's also a sign if you guys just, press that like button. I could see that you're alive then too. Just show signs. That like is important. Edwin Marin. Hi, much love to you back. Hi, Edwin. Glad you made it too. So, look, like it kind of brings a smile to my face when I see that you guys are here and doing fine, and that like button is going up. Like, all smiles. Much love to you guys. Good morning. I'm sleepy. Well, time to get the heck up, Sinner. I understand you're sleepy, but get some coffee, cappuccino. Like, I favor cappuccino over coffee any day, but get some hot drink, warm drink to start off your day, And besides, we're looking at charts, so it can't be that bad. It's gonna be a good start. All right, guys, let's move on with fetch. I was gonna keep this a very short stream, but since the guys in the chat saved every one of you watching, okay, even those watching this in replay, they literally saved your butt cheeks right now. But otherwise, I was gonna keep it short because I was like, well, not much engagement, so. All right, fetch. I was looking at it earlier. We are about to hit that next resistance, guys, around 0.5 to 0.544 eventually, because guess what? Doesn't look like it's completely done. Like, daily, prior daily candle closed so and so, neither favoring the bulls nor the bears, just neutral pretty much. And it's not done. I mean, there is no recent bad divergence. Okay, Sinner, get some cappuccino, and hopefully I'm still here. Yeah, it's looking nice. I can't say anything, but we'll see, what happens when we hit resistance. That's what's important. I can't say it's very super bullish right now at the moment, but if we break above this level, we see a daily candle close, some follow through above, 0.544, then I could come and say something else. But at the moment, we are soon at resistance, okay? So keep that in mind. Weekly, you guys have to be aware. If this week, like this week, does not close above 0.474-ish levels, and it pulls back, till the end of the week, it kind of pulls back. We still have 6 days to go. It could develop some bad divergence. Not here yet, but that could happen if we do not see a close above 0.474. Just letting you guys know, okay? But we are close to resistance, like on the daily. So yeah, when we reach these levels, I'd be a bit cautious. There's still some nice, momentum on the oscillators, positive momentum. MACD is still bullish. But we do have some bad divergence developing on one of the oscillators, so keep that in mind, okay? On the 4-hourly, also some bad divergence developing, but I was keeping an eye on this earlier today. We went sideways, and the bulls were pretty much like stepping in more and more and more. Like, look, this channel is not the most perfect one, okay? It's kind of a bit crooked, okay? But doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is we were going sideways, and then when we got above this heart line, look how we managed to stick above it, you know, for many hours, okay? After that, the moment we closed above this level, we had some room to the upside, okay? Now we need to hold above this area as well, 0.4737 on the hourly too. So, you know, we can at least tap 0.5, and any hourly candle close above 0.5, see eventually around 0.55-ish levels, okay? MACD is just about to go bullish again on the hourly. This is not bad, and we have our first, you know, green bar on the histogram. Like, it's about to go positive again. Our side is in bullish territories when it comes to the hourly. On the 4-hourly, even though it's looking fine, it kind of reset. We're not, you know, overboughtish yet. We were not. Right now, we are not. So yeah, like, I'm liking this. Hopefully this will close in a strong way, this candle, and, you know, we don't, you know, fall back. If we do have support around 0.453, okay, the top of this box on the 4-hourly, even hourly. Any close below 0.45-ish dollars, it pull us all the way to the heart line again, you know, where I have my alert ready as well. Fine. So yeah, it's looking, you know, nice in general. Like, cannot say otherwise, but we are close to resistance, so I'd be a bit cautious when we reach this level right here, just to see what's going on, you know. If I still see that bulls are still strong, good. If I start seeing weakness, then most likely thing to happen is that we pull back a little bit, okay? Now on the daily, major support for fetch is actually all the way here, around 0.35 to 0.32, okay? Any close below that level, see eventually back around between this red dashed line to all the way here, okay? Between 0.3 to 0.26-ish levels, okay? So that's fetch pretty much. Like, if we do not, like, if it doesn't manage to hold around these levels, okay, I'll be back to let you know that we could, you know, pull back a bit more, because there are other levels of interest, but at the moment they're not that interesting, because look at this, we're busy, you know, going to the upside. So let's hit resistance and see what happens. So that's fetch. So we're done with fetch as well. Awesome. Okay, let's move on to the next one. GRT next, maybe GRT. Yeah, why not? Let me just remove this for the moment. So GRT, kind of looking a bit like fetch right now, just right now, okay? We are having some positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is pretty much tapping over bottish territories again. Prior daily candle closed so and so, but guys, we are very close to that daily resistance. I don't know why I forgot to mark this. There you go. We are very close to that, daily resistance, like fourth one in play at the moment, okay? So just watch out, watch out. We held this support like a king so far. Any close on the 4-hourly below this level could pull us all the way back to these areas, okay? The bottom of this box around 0.11-ish to really 0.115 for those of you who want to be a bit more precise. 0.115 all the way to this red line right here, okay? 0.1095, 0.11, very possible for GRT. But at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if it can come all the way to around 0.1466. Any 4-hourly candle close or hourly candle close even, doesn't have to be 4-hourly, could help us push to these levels, the top of this resistance box. Because 4-hourly still positive momentum on the oscillators. Daily, we do have some, bad divergence. So on the daily, like eventually, if we can see a close above 0.15, it would be so good. It would be so good because one of the bad divergences that is developing is going to become invalid, okay? But right now, it is still hanging on, guys. Still hanging on. Let's have a look at the hourly. Sideways, sideways. On the hourly, if we can see a close above 0.1387, it could help this, this price action, come at least to these levels, okay, 0.1466. So yeah, GRT is looking fine, like sideways action, consolidation on the hourly, 4-hourly, daily, prior daily candle close pretty much neutral, still positive momentum on the oscillators. It's gonna be important to see what's gonna happen when we reach resistance, because look, for example, here, right here, we reached resistance, we held support, we kind of continued, okay? Plus we had this nice, head and shoulders, going on, sorry, IHS inverted one. And then again, we came to this second resistance, and guess what happened? Support held, and then we continued up. We broke, above it. And now it's we're kind of seeing, something similar happen again. So we'll see what happens. This was the 4-hourly and daily resistance. You guys can see here 4-hourly and daily. So we'll see what happens. But so far it's looking okay, really. It's looking okay. All right, cool. We are done with GRT as well. Did I mention support? I think I did. Yeah, I already did. Okay, cool. Hourly and 4-hourly support at the moment are pretty much the same. Right here and right here. First support, okay? Any close below this one could pull us a bit lower, which I already discussed. Pretty much like the 4-hourly, it's the same here too, okay? So on the hourly, between 0.12 to 0.115, that's some support. If that doesn't hold, yeah, we can come all the way to these levels. Not a big difference, but I have to let you know. And also, we do have some nice divergence on the hourly at the moment, okay? It's only going to become invalid if we see a close first. First nice divergence is going to become invalid if we see a close below this level. And that could, pull us a bit lower. And then if we see another close below 0.112, then the next nice divergence that could be in play, that could, help price, do something, is also going to become invalid, okay? That is if we see a close below this level, next support as well. All right, that was GRT. Let's have a look at HEX and see what's going on with it. I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes, so gonna do this fast. HEX. So I did tell you guys that there were signs that bulls were stepping in on Hex on the monthly, on the monthly. Just after I said that, literally, I think a day after, 2 days after, it just went bananas. Like, it went up almost 100%, if not a bit more, doesn't matter, around 100%, okay? Now, on the weekly, it is still below this resistance. Like, I want to see a weekly candle close above 0.4413-ish. That could help. On the daily, it's also below this resistance at the moment, okay? Like, major resistance is right here, the bottom of this box. Any close below this, any close above the bottom of this box, which is around 0.04739, could help this price, go a bit higher to at least 0.5312, and any 4-hourly candle close above that level. Daily even better, but any 4-hourly candle close above that level, see eventually around 0.06-ish levels, because I don't see much holding us. So daily still positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is not overbought. MACD is bullish. I know it's an S coin, like it's in that category of an S coin, but when TA tells you something, I still have to come and tell you, right? Like, it doesn't matter what I think. Fundamentally, TA-wise, it was looking nice. And then after this, it just, dropped back, held third support, which is old resistance, fine. If you wonder why old resistance, just look left, literally old resistance, okay? Because once we actually broke out and we saw some follow through above this red line and white line, then it was good times for Hex, okay? I don't like breakouts like these, a breakout and then you see no follow through, next candle just, flops and then nothing happens, okay? Pretty much something like this. I can imagine like traders were taking advantage, of the monthly look, and then they saw, this, like they took it all the way here, like people were probably, FOMOing in and then squash it back. So Hex, in short, on the daily, it's still at resistance. We need to see a daily candle close above this level for me to at least, say, okay, we're going to around 0.0474. On the 4-hourly, looks like pressure is to the downside at the moment. Okay, like we have support, old resistance support, we have support between 0.039-ish all the way to around 0.3765. Any close below that level on the 4-hourly could take us all the way back to at least this yellow line. In between this yellow line and 0.031, just the loss of 0.03, okay? So support, if we close a 4-hourly candle below this level right here, 0.03747 areas, see eventually around 0.33 to 0.031-ish, very possible, okay, on Hex. We have some nice divergence developing on the 4-hourly, awesome, and it's on both oscillators, but MACD is bearish at the moment, okay? So yeah, any 4-hourly candle close below 0.03-ish is gonna see to that nice divergence that is developing at the moment becoming invalid, okay? Hourly trying to hang on, but we have support around these levels when it comes to the hourly, okay? All the way around 0.0385, 0.0377. We got that support. If that doesn't hold, guess what? Most likely that we can come all the way to these levels, okay? Do not be that shocked. That 4-hourly thing I was just, talking about, okay? So that's Hex. Done with Hex as well. Edwin, Sinner, everybody, like, I really hope all of you watching, I hope that you have an awesome day today, because just because the market is looking wishy-washy, you know, just flip-flopping left and right at the moment. It doesn't mean like as long as there is volatility, people, if they want, can take action. It's up to them. So it's not looking that horrible. Like there's still things to do if you think about it. I think I'm gonna keep it short for today. We've already had a look at BNB, BTC, Ethereum, Aptos, Cardano, DYDX, Fetch, GRT, Hex. One more and that's it. Just one more. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Maybe Phantom. Phantom kind of hit resistance, as you guys can see. The moment we broke below this line, I was convinced it was time to go. You know, just time to stay out, pretty much. So we pulled back. We are around, you know, this second resistance at the moment, second support, excuse me, second support. But prior daily candle closed also, you know, in favor of the bears, pretty much. We have this red bar on the histogram. MACD is just crossed bearish as well, guys. Now we do have, shockingly, we do have some nice divergence on Phantom. It's gonna become invalid though if we see a close below 0.44. It's gonna become invalid, okay? But there's some nice divergence developing on the daily at the moment. Pressure is pretty much still to the downside. 4 hourly. There's some nice divergence developing on both oscillators. Awesomeness. Okay, so if this support, like if we start to see that bears are, you know, kind of getting exhausted around these levels, that would be good, because then we could, you know, go to retest at least 0.579-ish levels, okay, where I have my alert ready. At least that level. That is if this support holds. If it doesn't, we could, you know, pull back all the way lower to around 0.47, 0.45-ish levels. Wouldn't be that surprising. But there's some nice divergence on both oscillators on 4 hourly time frame at the moment. Okay, expect some look. Okay, I can't say expect because people are probably gonna expect it's gonna happen 100%, but on the hourly, things are telling me that we could, you know, the bulls are stepping in on the hourly, guys. Bears are a bit exhausted, okay? If you can see an hourly candle close above 0.541, then we could see it, you know, come back to that level that I was just, you know, talking about, okay? At least this area. Just wrote for you. Right here. Between 0.564 to 0.5775. Very possible. If we can see an hourly candle close above 0.541. Okay, simple. Because I do see that there's some nice divergence also on the hourly. We already discussed that there was some on the 4 hourly. Now there's also on the hourly, okay? Both oscillators. So we are close to support as well. You know, we kind of tapped it, like we came as low as 0.5237. The top of this box starts around 0.5193. Let's just say, you know, 0.52. So very close. And I see signs that bears are kind of exhausted and bulls are stepping in. So that plus that and that gives us, you know, probabilities like being higher that we could see this level, okay? Of course, any close above this area 0.577, C eventually around 0.6 to 0.62, very possible, okay? So that's FTM. Like I said in the stream yesterday, like if people were thinking about, you know, longing levels around these levels, I was thinking of, like, we're talking about, you know, hypothetical you know, trades, paper trades. I was thinking of shorting, if anything, you know, since Saturday, because things doesn't matter if it was Bitcoin or, you know, some other altcoins. Things were just looking a bit like bulls were not in full control, okay? And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like, thank you all, everybody, like Edwin, Sinner, all of you guys watching, lurkers, everybody, much love to you guys. I hope you have an awesome start to Tuesday. A healthy morning or a nice evening, you know, with your loved ones. Just keep it easy, do not stress, chillax. Everything will be fine. Like, not everything is forever. It's just temporary if you're, you know, panicking at the moment. And yeah, don't forget to smash that like, hit that bell, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for all the love, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Good night.